Well, I told you I wouldn't do a video till next week. I lied. Um, well, as you can see, I have boxes in the background because I'm modeling in the other one of my other rooms. Um, well, as you would know, I was not happy with the Sabaton ranking I did before, and well, I'm redoing that ranking here. A pre-warning if you are offended by historical topics, and yeah, if you're click off the video. Like, please just don't blast me in the comment section, support the video, that type of shit. Because I will be going through Sabaton's discography, which they go into details with historical topics that people might find offensive. So if you are offended easily by that stuff, just click off the video now. Pre-warning. Let's start it out. They have 9 studio albums. They have 9 studio albums. I consider they only have 8. People have made that argument to me. They considered Metalizer not one of their studio albums. If that was the case, they would be the first band to get every album up 10 out of 10. But Metalizer and number 9 comes with a 7 out of 10. The reason behind this is the production's kind of poor compared to the other albums. I know some of the other albums, their production's kind of poor too, but Metalizer has no historical topics that I know of in it. It is mostly just a plain metal album, and it kind of feels bland for what Sabaton have done prior to that. And they're not prior to that. They did this as their first album. Their first album, but they released it, well, after Terror Dominatus came out. So yeah. Metalizer at number 9. Let's not stay on Metalizer for very long. Let's go with number 8, which is a 10 out of 10. Coat of Arms. Coat of Arms came out in 2010. Has songs like Midway, aka The Battle of Midway. And also, I should note, they have a history channel, Sabaton History. Very good, very good historical channel to watch. It goes into details of what each song's about. The Final Solution, you already know what that one's about. It's about the horrible shit that the Nazis did. Aces in Exile, I think that one's about Battle of Britain. Don't quote me on that. Saboteurs, I don't know what that one's about. Wehrmacht is about the German military. White Death is about the Finnish sniper, I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me. An Uprising is about how the Polish citizens took arms up against the Nazis when they invaded. Really cool songs. Really good album. Just not as good as the other ones, in my opinion. This is like my least favorite one of their historical albums. That brings us to number 7, which is The Art of War. Ghost Division, about a notorious Panzer division. The Art of War, I don't really know what that one's about. 40 to 1, don't really know what that one's about. Gallipoli, have a little bit of understanding about that album, or that one. Panzerkampf, I don't know what that one's about. Price of a Mile, Passchendaele, I think that's what it is, Passchendaele. I can check anyways. I have the booklet. I could check in the booklet of what these ones are about. I'm going to. Oh, this is also a concept album, I'm pretty sure. Is it? Yes, it's a concept album about the art of war. I think it was a novel or a strategy guide to warfare that came out from. I don't know. I'm not gonna go into detail if I don't know. Firestorm, A Secret. Great album. Don't really get what most of these ones are about. I have watched a little bit about these on Sabaton History, but not really much. known about these. And then number 6 is Primo Victoria. Primo Victoria is, well, about the D-Day invasion. Reign of Terror is about the Reign of Terror of the Nazis. Panzer Battalion, that one's already explanation. Wolfpack is about the German submarines and Kriegsmarine. Counter-Strike is about the Falkland battles. Stalingrad is about the Battle of Stalingrad, Into the Fire. I think that one's about Vietnam. I'm not too sure. Purple Heart is a award that they give to American soldiers that either died in war or got wounded in war. And then Metal Machine, which is just a history about metal. Great album. The production quality is a little bit on the iffy side, but it just tanks all the way through it. It's great. And number 5, Atero Dominatus. Atero Dominatus is about the Battle of Berlin, the title track. Nuclear Attack, don't know what that's about. The Rise of Evil is about the rise of Hitler and a rise of Germany. In the Name of God is, I don't really know what that one's about. We Burn. Angels Calling is, well, I don't know what that one's about either. Back in Control. I don't know what these ones are about too much. Light in the Black. It's about how, like, I think it was like the war has been won. The March Home begins. I think it is. And the Metal Crew, great album. Love it. The Rise of Evil is my favorite track on here. It has that evil tone to it, like rising up. And that brings us to number 4, which is a concept album about the World War I. Great concept album. Future of Warfare is about how World War I started the whole hit into the new age of warfare. 7 Pillars of Wisdom, 82nd All the Way, about Alvin York. I had prior knowledge of Alvin York before I listened to Sabaton. The Attack of the Dead Men, about how the gassed Russian soldiers literally came back from the dead with dragging themselves and then fighting the Germans in World War I. Devil Dogs, about the USA Marines. Red Baron, about the aerial ace in World War I, which was pretty rare because the planes were pretty bad. The Great War, it's about World War I. A Ghost in the Trenches, Fields of Verdun, that's explanatory. Just search up Verdun. The End of War to End All Wars, and then In Flanders Fields, which is a poem. Great album all around. Great new sound. It really does have a new sound for Sabaton. It really isn't like any of their other albums. So it's a great concept album. The next one is a concept album too, which is Heroes. This one came out in 2014. Night Witches, No Bullets Fly. I think it's about... I can actually look at what this is about by the booklet, because I actually do have them listed of what's by. I'm going to read from the booklet. Night Witches is about Regiment 588. Smoking Snakes, Inmate 4859, a soldier in Auschwitz. Really good song. To Hell and Back, Audie Murphy. I don't really know which war he was in. I'm kind of confused on that too. I'm like blanking out. The Ballad of Bull, which is about a soldier in Australia that helped wounded men off the field. It's a really good song about that too. Resist and Bite, Soldier of 3 Armies, about a soldier that was in 3 armies in the war. Like, I think on opposing sides too. So that's a really cool one to look into. Far from the Fame and Hearts of Iron. Really good album about war heroes. Definitely love this album. It has a different sound than any of the albums they did before this and any they did after. They kind of do a new sound now every time they release, which I really do appreciate. It's really great. Next one, number 2, or my second favorite studio album from Sabaton, is The Last Stand. This one has Sparta was about the 300, that the rise of the 300 that fought the Persians. Last Dying Breath about the Serbian army. Blood of Bannockburn about the Battle of Bannockburn and how the Scottish were trying to fight off the English. Diary of an Unknown Soldier, a poem that really nobody knows who authored it. The Lost Battalion. The Lost Battalion is 308, I think. Is that the battalion that was? I'll look right now. I have the booklet. Just yeah, I can't tell. But the Lost Battalion was a battalion in the Argonne that was trapped all around, and they fought their way out, which was pretty cool. A pretty good last stand. They survived the last. Some of them didn't survive the last stand, but some of them did. Rorke's Drift, about Rorke's Drift, the survival of the British Army. The Last Stand, about the Swiss Guard that protected the Pope. That was a good song. Hill 3234. Look that up. Shuriyama, about the last stand of the samurai. Winged Hussars, as everybody knows the meme, the Winged Hussars arrived. The Last Battle, which is about the time where the American army and the German army in World War II fought on the same sides, which was, I did not know that before I listened to this song. They need to do a Sabaton history on that one. If they have, I haven't been up to date with it, so sorry if I kind of butchered it. So yeah, this album is about stands in war, last stands in war, been outnumbered or trapped in places. Really cool concept album, and that brings us to number 1. We already know what number 1 is, probably. Caloris Rex, the album about Swedish history. Love this album. I love this album. Like, it is amazing. Lion from the North, about the great king of Sweden. Gottmit Uns. I'm kind of blanking out on that one. For A Lifetime of War, about the Holy Roman War. I think that's what it's called. Or the war that lasted for like 40 years. Where Germany, or the Holy Roman Empire fought in it, I think. Not too sure. 1648, the end of that war. Is that one that's about? The Carolin's Prayer. Love that song. Love that song. How the guitar is. The riff. Caloris Rex, Killing Ground. Killing Ground is a great song. Amazing song. Poltava, a royal fuck up on the Swedish military there. Long Live the King, and the last song, number 11, don't know how to say it. So this is my favorite. It's about Swedish history. I think it's their best album, best concept album they've done. I like the concept albums. I don't know what they're gonna do next. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to listen to it. And that's how I that's how I rank Sabaton. Hopefully nobody got too offended by the because if you know, a lot of people get offended by history, and it's kind of disheartening for me that I'm a major buff in it. So yeah. This will be the end of the video. I don't know when the next video is. I have a pile of CDs down here that I'm trying to listen to, and probably will listen to these before I film another video or get prepared for another video, or I could just film a fast one where I do a list of ones off the top of my head. So that's where I end the video. Hope you guys liked it. Hope you watched all the way through the video, because that really does help. And I'll see you guys in the next time.